Okay kids, today during this tutorial we're going to discuss how is changing the pattern, shape, color, and contrast important in art making. We'll start with this cat. He asks, how does the pattern of repeated downward lines and shapes show my mood? This is example A. What do you think? Notice that there's a repeated downward pattern of his whiskers pointing down, his ears, and even his arms. So when we look at this, we think that this cat feels blue or sad or glum. Let's move over to this next cat, example B. This cat asks, what emotion do the shapes, whiskers, and arms all moving upward give me? I'll give you a little bit of time to think about it. Okay, notice that his whiskers and his claws and his ears and even the tassels on the tips of his ears are all pointed outward and upward. So this cat feels happy. Let's move on to the cat in example C. He asks, how does the contrast in the size of my eyes show my mood? Look at the contrast in his eyes. Contrast means difference. What kind of mood does he have? Think about it for a second. If you answer that it makes him look frightened, you are correct. Contrast is the difference between two elements. Here there's a difference between the size of his eyes. The eye on his left is small, while the eye on his right is big, and that makes us look kind of afraid. Okay, let's talk about example D. He has two questions. He asks, how do the triangular shapes alter my feeling? Or how I feel? So look at these triangular shapes. Triangle, triangle. His eyebrows are kind of triangular, his teeth, his claws. How do they alter how he feels? Think about it for a second. And Cat D asks a second question. He asks, how does using warm colors like red and orange change my personality? If you answered that both of these things make him seem angry or upset, you're correct. So triangles kind of are sharp, so they remind us things of claws and things that hurt, so that could be angry. And warm colors like red and orange and yellow are usually associated to anger, whereas something like green or blue could be more calm. So Cat D is angry. Thanks for thinking about how is changing the pattern, shape, color, and contrast important in art. We learned that by doing these things, we can change artist intent. So all of these cats have different personalities because of how the pattern, shape, color, and contrast work. See you next time.